welcome back to the show. You look great. Thanks so much for coming back to the show.
Oh, I love it here. You know that.
Are you excited the Yankees are in the World Series?
Oh, no. I was taping the playoff games. I didn't know.
I didn't tell you.
Ruined
No,
it.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, it's the greatest.
It's the best,
New
right?
York World Series, October. Amazing.
Are you going to the games? Wow. Wow.
All right, stay out of this.
Security,
I
yes.
got this. I got this. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was born a Yankee fan.
Yes.
Right. And, matter of fact, when I came out, I was 8 pounds, 4 ounces. The doctor said, "What's that NY thing on his forehead?"
Yeah.
So, and now, the last 15 years have been tough. We got close, we didn't. Houston cheated, we got out of that, and then now they're in, and I can't go. I have to be in London Monday morning for doing press for Before, which I'm thrilled to do.
No way.
But after all of this time,
You don't get to go.
I can't go. Oh, that's funny to you?
Sorry about that. No, I was laughing at what she said earlier.
okay.
Yeah. That was-
No, I mean, how are the odds about that?
That is insane. That's crazy. But you'll watch.
Oh, sure. of
Wait,
course.
what time is it in England? to
Well,
watch?
if the game started at 8, it's 5 hours ahead. So it's,
yeah,
figure it out.
that's a fan.
Yeah.
That's a fan. I want to say, not only are you a great baseball fan, you're also a great basketball fan. Maybe that LA fan will be excited. You were a fan of the Clippers.
Yes.
Okay, silence.
Nobody.
All right, nothing.
I've been
Nothing
pretty
for the
much alone
Clippers.
for all
The
of these
Dodger
years.
fan was like, hey, no, we're good.
Yeah.
It's like I clapped for Bronny earlier. Yeah. But you and Spike Lee got honorary, and was it what?
At the Hall of Fame.
Basketball Hall of Fame last Sunday. That's. Oh, you did.
Yeah, we were along with Jack Nicholson
Yes.
and Spike, of course, and a lovely man from the 76ers named Al Horowitz. And we were honored as super fans for spending a lot of money for teams that have never won anything. But I've been a Clipper fan for a long time. Started a Knicks fan, always loved the Knicks. They're still my soul of the
Yeah.
Knicks. But I've been with the Clippers for like 26 years, and they gave us these Hall of Fame rings.
Is that unbelievable?
Yeah, it was crazy.
You have such a cool, fun, awesome life.
Well, yeah, it was nutty.
I was going to text you because I watched the Saturday Night Live movie, and they just came out with this movie about the first episode of Saturday Night Live, and the story that a lot of people don't know is, of course, we know you as a cast member on Saturday Night Live, but you were supposed to be on the first ever show
49 years ago.
and got cut.
I got bumped right before airtime.
This is a real story. This is a true story.
A true story. And my piece ran long in the dress rehearsal the night before. And
What was the bit?
Well, it was, remember the potato chips thing that I did?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It was that, and it did great on the Friday night. And then Lawrence said, I need 2 minutes. And I said, take 2 minutes out? He said, no, I just need 2 minutes. I was only into my stand-up career about 6 months. I didn't have a 2-minute little piece.
Yeah, I don't have a 2-minute version of this bit.
And they, it's the first show, and it was all hectic and all that. And at around 8 o'clock on Saturday night, the managers came out and agents and said, come on, we're going. It's not going to work out. Can't do what you'd like to do. So, so that was 49 years ago. It worked out okay.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, I think you did all right.
From that on, it just set things off in a weird way in my career in the beginning.
Yeah, and I heard that the Jason Reitman, who did a great job
Yes, he
directing
did.
this film, got to talk to you, and you gave him something.
Yeah, well, Jason is a wonderful director and writer.
Great, yeah.
And I worked for his father, Ivan, when Robin and I did Father's Day together. Yeah. And Jason was a PA on that film. So he called me and said, we're doing this movie. We need to interview you. You're part of the film. And he comes over, and I told him the story, and he told me how they want to write. I'm watching myself in the film.
Yeah,
eventually. It's so weird.
Yeah, I know, it's odd.
And he said, but no one has a script. From the very first show, no one has a script. I said, they didn't save them? You would think. And he goes, no. I said, I have one. I kept the script from October 11th, 1975. And the thing about it is it says, George Carlin was the host.
Yes.
And George introduced me. And it said, George says, people want to know where the new comics are coming from. Well, Billy Crystal's coming from over there. And I would make my entrance and do my thing. Well, the page is blank, and it says monologue to come. It never came.
Never came.
No. So they photographed each page and made the script that they use in the movie.
That's wild.
And then what gets wilder was Jason's got a good heart.
Yeah.
And he should, be very proud of this movie. It's tough to do what he did and cast Belushi and Aykroyd and Gilda and Lorraine. So he invited me to a screening with Lorraine Newman, original cast member, Garrett Morris,
oh my God,
and myself, and we watched.
Wow.
And that night was hard. I was 25 years old, and it doesn't work out, and you thought this was going to be the beginning of my career.
My big break.
And then you go home from this building.
Yeah.
There's no cell phones or anything. You got to go home and call the relatives, one at a time.
And go,
I am not going to be. What did you do? Did you open a mouth? What did you got fired? You're always so loud. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
But you keep things from your projects that you do?
Yeah, I have saved a lot of stuff.
What other things do you have?
From City Slickers, I have Jack Palance's hat.
Wow.
And my chaps and spurs.
Wow.
Harry and Sally have a bunch of stuff. Miracle Max's hat from Princess Bride.
Yes.
And from Throw Mama from the Train, I actually have Danny DeVito.
The real Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
The real one you keep.
And a little guest house.
A guest house.
And little Jersey Mike subs.
Billy, I got to talk to you about this series Before. It's on Apple TV this Friday. Perfect for spooky season.
Yeah.
For Halloween. It's the scariest thing, creepiest thing. I know you can do everything. You can do dramatic work. You're great on Broadway, but this thing is a different level. This is scary, frightening. There's a lot of blood. There's
not a lot of blood. There's blood, but
Well,
but it's I am so proud of
the
this
CGI things, and
I know
it's trippy. How did you come up with this? How did the idea come to you?
It was something I was working on with Eric Roth, who's a great screenwriter.
Yeah.
Won the Oscar for Forrest Gump and Killers of the Flower Moon, and all that. Great. And we were working on something that was really based on tapes that my grandmother had made before she passed away. She wanted her family to know her life story and how they came to America, and she dictated these tapes. And so when I first heard it, the first chapter basically is, so my grandfather was the tailor for Tsar Nicholas in Moscow. And when the program started, we had to leave because they would kill us. And that's how the family came to America. And I'm going, wow, what is this?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was incredible. So we started working on this story about a 100-year-old man who was dictating his life story to a gerontologist and aide with these amazing stories. And it was going to be like a romance novel. Someone would play this person every 10 years. There'd be another chapter of coming to America and making his life here.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't working. Something wasn't working. And then one of the producers gave me a book about kids who have past life experiences, just to read. And so I read it. And then one day in a meeting, I said, listen, what if the guy's not 100? What if he's 8? But he has these memories. And he's some sort of weird kid, savant, past life maybe. What is he? Where is he? Why does he come to me if I'm a pediatric psychiatrist? And that's how it really started. And then Eric brought in this amazing writer, maybe one of the best I've ever worked with, named Sarah Thorpe.
Sarah Thorpe,
and Sarah created this whole amazing show. And I'm telling you, folks, at this point in my life, this is a long way from I'll have what she's having, believe me. And
it is.
And I had the best time living in this scary world. It's really a good show.
You gave me an advanced thing of it. I'm up to it. There's a half hour each episode. You have to watch at least the first 2 episodes because you go like, oh, I kind of see. Wait, I don't know where this is going at all.
Yeah.
And then after the 4th episode, I go, wait, I really don't know what's going on. That kid is so good.
Yes, his name is Jacoby Jupe. We auditioned over 700 kids across the country and in Canada. And we found him in England. He had just done a movie for Disney, a Peter Pan movie. He was one of the Darling kids. And he was great. And we auditioned him on Zoom. Wow. He was in London, and I was in L.A., and he was amazing.
You guys have great chemistry together, and he's got that great combo of cute and creepy.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. Because if you think about it, the really great horror movies that sucked you in, you really care about people, are the ones that a kid is endangered. The Sixth Sense, The Exorcist.
Yes.
You know, and this is right up there with that.
It's fantastic. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Billy Crystal in Before. Take a look at this.
How was Denise mean?
She won't take me home.
When you want to go home, I can understand that. All right, what else?
People who hurt other people.
People who hurt other people. Okay? Can you give me an example?
Bad people who do bad things.
It's unbelievable. Billy Crystal, everybody, Before. Premieres this Friday on Apple TV+. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around, everybody.
Hey, hey.